Well, hello and welcome. Delightful to be here with my colleagues at WOBI and to share with you some ideas about what we need to do differently as leaders, as managers, as executives in situations that are really changing very rapidly. So as you saw in the video, my big idea is that in strategy for years, we've focused on this thing that we've come to call a sustainable competitive advantage. It's a beautiful thing, right? So the idea is you find something that gives you a competitive advantage, you throw up entry barriers like crazy, and you enjoy that advantage for a long, long period of time. And that's great if you can find one. But here's the dilemma. In more and more parts of our economy, I'm finding that model doesn't really work. And in fact, in many cases, it leads companies to making exactly the wrong choices. One of the biggest changes that I'm seeing in strategy today is a shift from focusing on industry as the core thing we need to worry about. So our main competition is other people, selling the same things we do or offering the same services we do, into a focus on what I call arenas, where an arena is kind of an addressable space that you're contesting along with other firms that would like a piece of that revenue or a piece of that market share or something. And oftentimes these players are not in your own industry. You need to start thinking about innovation as a proficiency, not as this weird thing that happens once in a while, but as an actual proficiency with a budget, with accountability, with responsibilities, with actual processes. This all has big implications for leaders. Leaders need to be candid. They need to be open to hearing often disconcerting information, and they need to be really willing to make changes as the world shifts around them. So it puts a lot of new pressures on leaders. I think we need to go from a mindset where the assumption is stability, and your job is to kind of make your numbers and run your quarter and do what you did pretty much the way that you're doing it, to an assumption that you need to be coming in frequently and asking about change. You need to be asking, what's changing in our markets? What's changing in technologies? Where do I get my input from? The first big idea is that trapping ourselves or wishing ourselves into a world of sustainable competitive advantage can sometimes be a trap. It can cause you to make the wrong kinds of investments, honor the wrong kinds of decisions, cling to things for too long. So I think that's the first big idea. Secondly, your industry may not be the most important place to look for risks or threats to your business model. And thirdly, think entrepreneurially. If we can really think about being agile and entrepreneurial, I see this world as opening up a lot of opportunities.